Hi, we're Wild Wolf Farm.
Hi.
And we've been doing sheep and wool things for probably about 30 years.
Mm-hmm. This is Arleen. My name is Jennifer. I'm her daughter-in-law. We're a family-run business. Between her and myself and my husband and my brother-in-law, my son, we all do different things. She's the main one that does the dyeing and things like that. I just recently got into carding, so I'm doing bats, wild bouquets as an example. I made this little pumpkin for Halloween.
Guys, how adorable is this?
It's
Oh my God.
But you can look at it or spin it. And then we have to figure out our way to place them, but here's your bouquet bat.
That is so cute. I love that.
You can find us at wildwolffarm.com. You could also find us on social media, TikTok, Instagram, everything like that.
We have a Facebook group called Cozy Up by the Fire with Wild Wolf Farm. And we encourage people to join and share what they're doing with our products. We have new spinners, we have experienced spinners, and we all love to jump in and, boost each other's morale, just like going to these in-person events. We try and portray that, give that online, which isn't always easy, but when somebody needs help or they're stuck with something or they can't figure out this spinning project or that spinning project, it's so great to have that community to help, and that's, what we encourage. It's something that we're passionate about and we love, and, we try and instill that in others. Just like yesterday, I had a gal over here looking at the drop spindles and I explained it to her. And she's a new spinner, right? Never spun before. And so she's like, well, I'll probably come back. I'm going to go around. Great. Well, she comes back, and of course she bought some great turkey spindles somewhere else. And I can't say anything because I went and bought some from them too.
She did.
I just came from there.
They're beautiful.
But she came back, and I helped her with yarn that would be appropriate for a beginner.
There was another family that came in, and it was the sweetest thing just watching Arleen interact with them. So a mother and her daughter came in, and she was like, my daughter watched some YouTube videos and taught herself how to knit, and now she wants to learn how to spin. I don't know what I'm doing. So Arleen helped her. She gave her some Rolex. They went and got
the sample pack.
Yes. Oh, she got a sample pack as well. And she gave her the card, and she was like, go on to Cozy Up by the Fire. You'll have a great community. We have a lot of people that live in kind of rural areas that don't have any spinners around them. They come to the group and they're like, I need help with this. Look at this. What do you think? What color would go with this? And it's a wonderful
Or even
thing.
A child starting out, whether it be knitting,
and she was like
crocheting,
little.
spinning, and I mean, she was probably maybe 7 years old, and she was so enthused about it. And, you have to encourage them. It's good for them. And
Good for us all.
And it's like I told her mom, even if you don't want to buy from me and you find a color somewhere else, that's okay. Whatever it takes for this child to learn to really enjoy that creative art. But it's like with Jen, I taught her to dye, and like her beautiful little boa she's wearing right now of yarn. Before we started recording this, we were talking about it. And Jen does all the dyeing of our yarns now. And this one that she has on is Merino and Stellina. I know you looked it up one time. But the Stellina is a different product than Angelina. Angelina is a product that's made from the same stuff as Mylar balloons. And it's gorgeous. And it's pretty. Let's see, I think it's, okay, so here is some Merino Angelina. If you can see how the glitter kind of is in it, and we'll compare it to the glitter in this.
Okay.
This is like dusting of silver applied to it, whereas this is a little bit larger of a delineator.
We call Angelina the glitter of the wool world because it gets on everything.
Everywhere.
But I mean, the Stellina looks like fairy dust.
It does. And this came, this wasn't dyed, so the Stellina doesn't pick up the dye.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then this here is merino and trilobal nylon, trilobal nylon. And so this one's been blended through the machinery twice.
This is another example. I call it oil slick because it looks like, you know, when you put oil in water, how it gets that rainbow effect to it.
Right. Look at that. Oh my gosh, so gorgeous.
And that there is the merino trilobal nylon that has been blended multiple times.
So it's more throughout versus big stripes.
Right. And so depending on how much you add, and you don't want to add a whole lot of it. It doesn't make it a desirable, number one, spinning fiber, or a fiber that once it's spun up into yarn for knitters and crocheters, it's not as fun to utilize, you know? You lose that softness of what you've added it to.
Another thing that Arleen didn't mention is that we're also, we also raise...
rare and endangered breeds.
Thank you. Yes.
Part of what's called Shave 'em.
Shave them to save them.
I always say it wrong.
I know. And behind you is a whole bunch of different natural colored rovings. You'll see a little thing about them. We started with Navajo Churro, which is right here. And
those are our sheep, actually.
Yes, there's actually our sheep on that picture.
Oh,
They're
wow.
really cool because our sheep have 4 horns, 6
Yeah.
horns.
These are amazing. Look at that.
Some of our boys.
Oh my gosh. The Jacob is just wild. I can see.
But see, we have a couple of rams at home that look like that. A white one and a black one.
Oh, okay.
So we breed for that, but it's a way to help conserve the breeds when you shop. And there's passport sticker books that you can get from Shave 'em to Save 'em, and we have the stickers. So if you buy 4 ounces of a fiber, and if you're not a spinner, you're just a knitter or a crocheter, we will sell it in the yarn form too. So you could get your 4 ounces, but the point is that help to continue to raise these kind of breeds so they're not lost to mankind.
Right.
Because they can't compete with your big commercial breeds that produces super soft wool and big and white, and you know.
Right.
So it's like you know, these small farms that help produce them, and we produce quite a variety of fibers. One of my favorite is grab the no, it's out here. Let me.
So out of all of the exotic fibers that you have here, if somebody were allergic to wool, do you have an alternative?
Yes. Yeah, we do.
So I sold out of the other.
Okay.
Anyway, so this is art yarn. This is one of my favorites.
Yep.
Okay. And a lot of people look at it and go, well, you know, it's, what do you do with it? But let me tell you something. I knit and I crochet, and I prefer knitting. Not that I'm the greatest, but I love knitting. And when I take this, in fact, I wrote my own beanie hat pattern to coordinate with this type of a bulky, thicker fiber. And I'm a very tactile person. I visualize, thank you. You give me a pattern book and I'm like, you may as well hand me something in Chinese. I don't understand it. And so Jen's one that can read the patterns and, you know, explain things to me, but she takes notes, like we put this much in, and I'm like, grab some of this and that, you know, kind of wild and all over the place. But the point is you can take a really cool art yarn like this, and if you just do a simple knit, like say you did a scarf and you just knit, and then if you add in a few drop stitches to it, you don't need to do all these other kinds of fancy steps, because between that simple step that captures that art yarn, it's like people are asking you, where'd you get that pattern from?
Right.
You can create something very simple, very easy, and it's just like a work of art that you've been working on forever.
Yep, an extra long single crochet would be great for something like this. And I've done that. So yeah, I agree. I love art yarn.
One question that she asked, if somebody's allergic to wool, do we have anything that's an alternative?
Well, yeah, in yarn.
Yarn or fiber. I mean, let's learn something.
Here's some more that Jen has dyed. This is 100% alpaca. How about you reach your little YouTuber hand over here and feel this?
Oh yeah, I love alpaca. We're very close friends. Very close friends. Yeah.
So we have alpaca, and we have boucle, mohair boucle.
Now what's that?
Mohair is Angora goat, and the boucle is like little loops. It's
Yeah,
got
we
the-
don't have any here right now.
No, I did have a couple, but they sold out.
Of course they did.
This is the last day. But anyway, so we can usually get different ones, or different ones can be spun up. We've had silk ones before. We will also custom dye, and we don't charge extra for that.
Oh wow.
So for
Okay.
example, especially like with our bats, our wild bouquet bats, our Rolegs, what's that Ohio State? Is it some team?
Yeah, it's a college.
Okay,
College
so-
football.
I don't.
It's
Jen
okay.
knew what the gal was talking about. She ordered Ohio State Rolegs. Okay.
She was making a scarf for her brother-in-law who graduated from Ohio State.
And so
Aw.
Jen looked up the colors for me, sent me a little picture swatch of colors, and I created her 5 packages, what she wanted, of the Rolex at the same price we normally charge. I don't charge
Yeah,
extra
we don't
for that.
charge. We had a lady that reached out. She wanted a couple bats in specific colors because she was making a shawl for her wedding. And she wanted specific colors because she was wearing the shawl over her wedding dress.
Right, right.
Another thing I have right here is bamboo.
Oh,
You can see
the shine. Yeah.
and it's very slick.
This is bamboo spun.
Look how beautiful
you take
that
something
is.
like this and then turn it.
Now with your bamboo, or say your mohair, your yarn, when it's 100%, it's going to have, even when it's blended with say wool, it's going to have this beautiful drape to it. It's just like, almost like liquid.
Yeah.
You know, so when you knit or crochet out of it, it's just going to be this liquid effect.
Beautiful.
It is just gorgeous.
Wow.
So yeah, we do offer, and you know, if somebody was to request something like, do you have yak yarn? You know, we may or may not have it in to spin it. We may not be able to get some. You know, we're gonna let you know.
Right, right.
So-
Wow. Well, ladies, I mean, that is so much info, and I'm so glad I stopped by. This is amazing, and I'm always having. Crocheters tend to have this mentality they can only crochet with acrylics, and it's so wrong. We have so many beautiful natural fibers out there, you know, and even if you're allergic to wool, we've got alternatives that'll just turn anybody's button.
And you know, I always tell somebody, experiment. With your yarn or your roving, it's the same principle. When I have somebody come out and say, what kind of sheep breed should I get, do you think? Well, number one, research what does well in your area, okay? So research what, like, works well with your pattern, or the weather conditions you're thinking of using it for. Okay, so beyond that, it would be, you're the one that has to go out and take that money out of your pocket and buy the feed for that animal. You have to go out there every day. Rain, snow, ice, break up the water, make sure they have food every day. You're the one that's got to care for them and look at them. So you go out there and you make sure that what you pick out is something that you are pleased with. Just makes your heart happy to look at every day. So if this was your dream yarn, you're not going to go, what's that? What's the matter with you?
Sorry.
I haven't trained her enough. You're not going to go, well, I'm going to make do with this wool.
Yeah.
I like the bamboo and I like the color, but I'm going to make do
Yeah,
with it.
you don't
now,
ever
this
make
is
do.
lovely.
Yeah.
And it's perfect for someone. But this may be better for you.
Right.
So pick what is best for you.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
We hope that answered all of your questions, and thank you for stopping by and taking a look at our little family.
Absolutely little nothing. This is awesome. All right, ladies. Well, thank you so much. I have so many ideas now. My brain's just like overflowing. You will be hearing from me again, and thank you for taking the time. Again, everyone, I will have all the information down below in the description once I get back home, but we've got more to see. All right, everyone, we're going to see you soon. Thank you again, ladies. Have a great time, and say bye-bye.
Bye, everybody. Happy knitting, crocheting.